let's say you're both just getting started on a new marketplace. What are maybe one or two things that you would say are must-dos? We can only do these one or two things, tackle these things to create some optimizations this next 2-3 months. What are they? Start with Jessica. I know that's maybe a tough one.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it, because there's so many things you can do. But like I said, that focus piece is so important because you have limited resources,
Right.
limited bandwidth. So first of all, if you're live on a marketplace, your PDP better be solid, right? You better have top of the line content and top of the line assets. That has to come first. So is your description meeting the requirements of that marketplace? Is it maxing out, I should say?
I was going to say, how do you even know that?
Yes, right. So looking at that marketplace and saying, what are their PDP guidelines? What are your brand and style guidelines? Are you maximizing your real estate that's available? The number one, absolutely, right? Is your title optimized to include the keywords that marketplace leverages, right? Because the other thing to consider here, right, is that search algorithms on retailer websites varies widely. So an example, right, is that Kroger, large grocer, the only thing they use in their search query on their site is product title. They don't use your bullets, they don't use your descriptions. So that's a very specific example that could vary by the marketplace that you're looking at. So you need to know that. You need to know how it's searched. You need to know what those high volume search terms are and how to apply it to your content. The other piece of it is filtering on those marketplaces. Are you filling out your specs so that you show up in those filters? Because that's what people are using, right? They're going over and they're saying, I want, this size, this color, this type, this, whatever that attribution is that marketplace has built into their framework. Your merchandising needs to reflect that, or else you're not going to show up. So it's really the basics, I would say, right? If you're new to that marketplace, you got to make sure your basics are covered.
And basics can take a client a really long way. Right?
Right. Absolutely.
I think sometimes we maybe overlook as being standard or something that everyone knows when they launch on a new marketplace. So I think it's a great thing to mention. How about you, Jordi? Anything pop up top of mind?
Yeah. Well, the first one I would say is I see there's still a barrier for people to just in general launch. So I also like to say just do it, right? Because I've seen companies over-engineer the process and spend more time on analyzing if it potentially could work and build a business case as opposed to just launch it, see how it goes, and then iterate. So I think the first quick win is to actually do it, because most of our clients are not testing out new channels by just launching them and seeing what happens, kind of a thing. Of course, you need to then be ready to iterate, but often it's they're not even launching. I would say secondly, it is good to do like a lot of companies like Citation, they can do a quick scan. So also don't be afraid to have a company like that come in and do a quick scan, and then they'll tell you it's actually really good, or hey, you have so much to work on, or this is how you compare to the competition. So yeah, don't be afraid to have some external expertise come in and look at it, because you've been doing this the same way, the same time with your same team. So let someone come in and do a quick scan, and then you can of course select to use their services or try to do it yourself. Of course, someone else's services will most likely be better than trying to do it yourself, but it is going to give you a little bit of an open mind, and I like that.